Hello everyone and welcome back to One Arm Robber. Today's video we're going over the newly added heist, the Harbor, and all for this heist we're going to need is a suppressed weapon and a lockpick. Also the skills camera dodger and guard dodger would help us out. When we first start this heist we're going to grab our kit along with our duffel bag and our lockpick. Then from the truck we're going to take an immediate right and head to the loading docks of the warehouse. Now be very careful, there is a camera on the edge of the warehouse, so we're going to sneak underneath it. We're going to run along here, jump over this, and once we get behind this truck, we're going to head over to the guard post over here, take out our lockpick, and unlock this first door. After unlocking this first door, take out your suppressed weapon, take out the guard inside, grab his phone, and then do the check-in. Once we do that, we're going to grab the warehouse keycard on the desk here and place it inside our duffel bag. After this, we're going to turn around, go over here, unlock this door from the inside, and then we're going to head over to the foreman's office to take out our lockpick and unlock this door. After we unlock this door, we're going to place it back inside our duffel bag, stay on the right side, open up this door, grab our suppressed weapon, shoot the camera, zip tie the civilian, and then go back through here and disable the alarm to the entire building. After we do that, we're going to grab our duffel bag, take an immediate left, and head over to the side door of the warehouse. Once here, take out the warehouse keycard and scan the door. Now we're done with this warehouse keycard, we're going to go inside. Now be very careful, there's a guard on our right, and then there's a guard on our left. So now what we need to do is wait for this guard to move before we follow right behind him. So once he starts moving, we're going to run through the middle here. Now be very careful, there's that guard on the left. If he starts to spot you, you can duck down behind these boxes. But once we get all the way down here, we're going to hide behind these boxes. And we're going to wait for this guard to move yet again before we go up these stairs to the security office. So once he moves, we're going to head up these stairs. If you need to, crouch behind these boxes and not get spotted by the camera. Grab your lockpick, unlock the door to the security room. Place this back inside your duffel bag, open up this door, take out the guard inside, and do the check-in. Now we don't have to worry about cameras the rest of the heist. Just to be safe, we're going to close this door, grab our duffel bag, run down this walkway without getting spotted by any of the guards, and jump over this railing. Once here, we're going to sneak in right behind the civilian, but before we continue on with our heist, there's a little bit of loot that we can get. Our next step is to grab the 6 unopened boxes that are right behind the civilian on this pallet here. Once we grab these first 6, we can also grab the one that's already open on the table and also the statue that's right in front of them. Once we have all that, don't forget the box cutter that's on the table in front of them too, so we can open up these packages. Once we have all that, we can close this door, and now we don't have to worry about any more loot inside the warehouse. Our next step is to grab the box cutter and open up all these boxes and then make a little pile of loot right next to the foreman's office that we can gather later. Now that we have our little pile of loot, our next step is to find the Rodman shipment password. So what we're going to do is run over here, right past the foreman office, and then head over to this building that says Rodman. Now be very careful, there is a guard that patrols outside, but he only stays on the right side. So what we're going to do is take the left side alley here, all the way to the back of the building. Once we get to the back of the building, we're going to take out our lockpick and unlock the door. After we unlock this door, inside there is going to be a few civilians. Our first step is to zip tie this first civilian, after which we're going to go around here, zip tie this civilian, and then the next one. Now we can leave them zip tied right here. The guard outside shouldn't be able to see them. Now on the table here, what we have is the passcode for the Rodman shipment container. Now if you have trouble remembering this, what you can do is actually hit T and then type in the password so you don't have to carry around this notepad. So in my case, it's 4003 pound. Now before we go to the shipping containers, there's a little bit of loot in here that we can grab. There's 2 packages on the table along with an open cardboard box. After which, if we go into the shipping container, there's a ton of cardboard boxes for us to open. So in the meantime, we're going to open up all these and make a little pile for later use when we grab it. A little side information, the loot inside the cardboard boxes is different each time, and also the password changes every time you play. So you can't just memorize the same password to do this heist. Once we have our second pile of loot, our next step is to grab our duffel bag and head over to the shipping containers for the big loot. Now be very careful when you come over here, there's 2 patrolling guards. You have one on the far end over here, and there's one in the middle here. What I recommend doing is waiting for the middle guard here to get around here so we know where he is at all times. So once we start seeing this other guard, what we're going to do is go behind this truck and we're going to wait for him to post up. Once this guard posts up, we're going to wait for him to move before we go searching for the shipping containers that we need. And the shipping containers that we're looking for say Rodman on the side. As you can see, I have 2 that spawn right here. But right now we have a guard that's coming towards us very shortly. So what we're going to do is wait for him to move and go down this alley here. So we're going to wait back here. He should post up right here. And now we're gonna wait for him to move and turn around. Once he does, we're gonna go to this first shipping container, take out our lockpick, and unlock the door. Now after we unlock this door, we're gonna put our lockpick back inside our duffel bag, go inside here. Now there's lasers, but we know the password. So if we hit T from earlier, I can see my password is still there. So 4,003 pound. And the laser should be disabled. We'll grab the circuit board and place it inside our duffel bag. Now we need to do that 4 more times. What I recommend doing is going on the outside and make note of where all the shipping containers that say Rodman on them and the note of where the guards are. Now a couple of side notes, there's always going to be 5 Rodman containers that you can loot. But these 5 change location each time you play the game. So as you can see, there's one spawn up here, one can spawn up here, one can spawn over here in the corner over here, and one can spawn here. Also another spot, it can spawn over here, down here, on the back here. And if we have this one on the front here, you can see that this guard is stuck after we open up the door. So this is an added bonus that we don't have to worry about this guard anymore. From these shipping containers that I showed you earlier, another one that is very sneaky that can spawn at is right in between these 2 shipping containers, and you can't really see the Rodman spray painted on the side of it. And then another spot from here, it could spawn over here on by itself over there. But in our case in this video, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and my last one is right over here. So after we unlock it, we're done with the lockpick. We can enter the code for the final time. And now we have the final circuit board. Now our next step is to grab our duffel bag. We're gonna run across here, jump over here, make note of where that other guard is, the guard on the right. If we don't see the guard, we're gonna jump down here, go right behind this warehouse, leave our duffel bag right here because we're gonna zip tie both these civilians real quick. And after doing so, we're gonna grab our duffel bag that has our circuit boards. And then we're gonna head over to this guard post right behind this truck. Once we get over here, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take out the guard that's inside the guard post, grab his phone, and do the check-in. Now after we do that, we can actually grab the gate key card that's on his back pocket, scan the door, which opens the gate that leads right to our truck. And once we get back to the truck, we should have a total take of close to $200,000. But what we're going to do next is empty this duffel bag, do the 1 bag method by grabbing the first bag, hit escape, let go of left click, hit escape again. And now we're holding the bag without holding left click. And then we're going to grab the next bag and do the same for all 4 bags. Once we have all 4 bags, we're going to go and retrace our steps to go back to the guard post that we started the heist. Now once we got our duffel bags inside the guard post, our next step is to grab 1 duffel bag and head over to the foreman's office for that first pile of loot since it's the smallest. After we grab it, we're just going to retrace our steps through the guard post and back to the truck, and then we'll empty it out and come back through. And now we're going to do the big pile at the Rodman warehouse. Now the only guard you have to worry about is that one outside, so all we got to do is just go along the outside and then grab all the loot and retrace our steps. Once we have all the loot from the second pile, we can actually do the 1 bag method and put it all into 1 bag, grabbing all the bags. And after we do that, we're gonna hop over this table and everything should go into 1 bag. After which we're gonna just go out the back door here, go along the alleyway, make note of where this guard is. If he's not there, we're just gonna run across here, around these 2 trucks, through the guard posts, and now it's just a straight shot back to the truck, and then we can end this heist. And once we enter the back of the truck, our total take is $247,000. We'll end the heist. And just like that, this was the stealth guide of how to loot the newly added harbor heist. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next video.